Hello, everybody. This is StingCast right here, and you're watching the first episode of StingCast and StingCast. As you can tell, it's our first episode, and I don't have my introduction going. Okay, leave me be on that one. You know, as always, I have my best friend, Mr. Goat,
Hello, how are you doing?
and this StingCast is really about everything. So, you name it, we'll talk about it. K-pop, movies, cooking. I mean, I don't cook, but you know, at least we have something going on there. Anything. You guys watch it. You want to put it in the comments, or you tell us what you want us to talk about. I talked to my team, and we talked about what we would talk about in our first cast, and we came up with the Marvel shows that are on Disney Plus. And we're big Marvel people here. I'm not saying anything's wrong with DC, but we're pretty big Marvel people over here. What do you think, Gold?
I think that's a right assumption to be made.
So the two shows that are on currently on right now are WandaVision that just finished about 3 weeks ago, and the new one is Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean Falcon and Winter Soldier. Sorry, my accent goes in and out. But I think that's where we're gonna start off with that.
Okay.
Mr. Goat, what do you think about WandaVision?
I thought WandaVision was a great first series to debut on Disney Plus. I know our whole family was very, very excited for the first episode, and every Friday was a very, very happy time for us to sit down and watch the show and enjoy the show, and looking forward to the next episode every week. It was a great experience.
Alright. That's a good introduction. I didn't really hear anything about the show, but you didn't really answer the question. But what did you like about the show?
Oh, there's many things that we liked about the show every week. We enjoyed the characters. They did a very good job of portraying the experience that Wanda was experiencing. She's going through a very tough time. She had just lost her soulmate, Vision. Vision had his stone, the Mind Stone.
The Firehead broke.
Yes, the stone was ripped out of his head, and he had ceased. He had ceased to be alive. And Wanda, she didn't like that. She created. She manifested an existence in what was the name of the town? Westview?
Westview, Eastview, or Westview?
Yes, it was Westview.
I had to go to my producer over there to make sure it was correct.
Yeah, it was Westview.
I've never been to Westview. I've been to Jersey many times. I've never been to Westview.
I've seen Westview High School in Toronto a few times. I've never been, but Westview was a place that it exists in real life, but it was taken hostage by Wanda Maximoff, and she created her own community where she had her perfect life with Vision, and every week we got to see a different experience.
What do you mean by experience? What are you talking about here?
Well,
it's like I'm doing an interview. It works out pretty well though.
Yeah, well, the first week we had an experience that was kind of like it was kind of like a Dick Van Dyke feel, the jokes and the trills, It made you feel like you're watching Dick Van Dyke.
It made you want to watch more. You wanted to see what was going on next.
It
The
was
way
a-
they did it.
Yeah, it was a tease. You know, when that first episode was done, you didn't know much what was happening. You
You knew
just
something was going on.
You knew something weird was going on, and you wanted to see more. And that's what Marvel has always been very good at doing, making their audience want more.
So, I have a couple things written down here. If you had to put, if you had to compare the first, let's say, 3 episodes of WandaVision and the 3 episodes, like, there's only 3 episodes of Falcon right now.
Yep.
Warning, guys, there could be some spoilers here. Watch it on your own, interest.
If you haven't seen it yet, please turn off this cast right now.
Watch it and then come back.
Watch it, then come watch this. Because if you watch it, you're not going to be happy.
Can we keep it down in the studio, guys? You guys are laughing so much.
It's all coming through the microphones, guys. Come on.
It's okay. It's our first cast, as I said. It's not going to be perfect. As I said, we're going out of the box. It's not going to be as edited as
this is the box.
We're going out of that.
We're outside of there. We're blowing up the box. That's what we're doing.
It's going to be the least edited podcast you're going to see.
Yep. No, very minimal editing.
If I screw up something, we're just continuing on.
There you go.
We'll just keep rolling.
Yep.
Unless somebody farts on the podcast, then we might have to cut that out.
Yeah. That's when editing comes in. They clean it up. They clean up the fart, and then we move on.
Yeah.
Good.
So, continuing on to the question. I personally liked... If I had to compare the first 3 episodes to the first 3 episodes of WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier...
Winter Soldier.
I gotta be careful how I say Falcon. It might sound like I'm cussing.
Oh, yes.
Right?
This is a rated G podcast. We don't want to go up to rated PG and rated R. We don't want to go up there.
I mean, even if that happens, we'll put some like sound effects if we start cussing.
Yes.
Right? So that'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our editor will get that done. But as I said, the first 3 episodes, they're completely different. One was more of like a storytelling kind of thing. It was like, kind of carrying on with what's going on, telling us what's happening with Wanda. The other one is just more action, which is what we expected.
Yes, we did expect to get 2 completely different experiences from these 2 shows. Even when you're watching the MCU movies, you know that when you watch one and you watch the next one, you're getting 2 different experiences.
Exactly. So like, the WandaVision, and that one's gonna be more magical based, more power based. Somebody going like this. Right? And that's all you're seeing there, is going like this.
Like show like this whole time.
Right?
Right?
And then Vision goes through the wall all the time.
Yes. Lots of power is there.
And then, like the other ones is just more hand-based fighting, with Winter Soldier.
Nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
My thing is now, let me talk to you about this. I know you're a huge Chris Evans fan.
Oh, yes.
Huge Chris Evans fan, you can't see him back.
He's over there.
I don't know if you can see it in the video. He's in the corner over there.
Yeah.
Captain America. He's your number 1 guy.
Always be my number 1.
How did you feel seeing that well, we knew he wasn't coming back.
Well,
I mean, if you haven't watched Endgame, I'm sorry, but, you're 2 years or so apart.
2 years late.
It's your own fault.
That's
I'm
your own
sorry
fault.
if I spoiled it.
You had your chance.
He's not Stone... No, I was going to say Stone Cold. He's not Captain... he's not Captain America anymore. He's not Captain America anymore. And, he gave the shield to Sam, which is the Falcon guy.
Yep, well...
How did you feel about the introduction? We knew it was going to happen because we saw teasers and...
Well, let's say this right here. At the end of Endgame, when Steve Rogers gave the shield to Sam Wilson, you were feeling like it was a metaphorical torch that was being passed on, And it could have gone both ways, you know. His best friend Bucky was there as well. Um, and he gave the shield to Sam. And some people were saying it should have been Bucky that got the shield, but
Bucky's been gone for 100 years. Why did he deserve it?
and Bucky
And
is
he
going
killed how much people?
Bucky is going through his own story inside his heart, you know, and his mind. He's 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 not the Bucky that Steve knows. They're still best friends, but Bucky has his own demons that he's facing. And when you're facing your own demons, you can't take up the helm of Captain America, you know? Because it's
You have to have a clear. You have to have a clear mind.
yeah, you got to deal with your own stuff first. You know, so for me personally, I did like the fact that Sam was the one to get the shield at the end of Endgame.
But in the comics, he does get it anyway.
He
So
gets it.
either or would have gotten it.
Exactly.
They
It could have gone both
They
ways.
flipped the coin and said, "All right, you get in the
You know-
get in the shield."
You know, as a person of color, I really like to see someone of color getting that responsibility for the country, you know? Not only for the country, but for the planet, for the world. It just felt
You're going deep here, right?
You know, let's face it, there's not too many superheroes of color in the MCU or DC universe. So whenever you see someone of color representing such a character with such an impact, it makes you feel something inside. So it felt really good to see that at the end of Endgame. But fast forward 2 years, and now we're watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And spoiler alert, we all thought that he was gonna keep the shield, but he felt that it wasn't for him, so he donated it to
the Smithsonian, right?
to the Smithsonian Museum in Washington D.C.
Can you fact check that, producer?
Yeah, okay, fact check.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
You let us know.
But he's donating it because he feels like he's not the man to be Captain America. He feels that Captain America was Steve Rogers, and he felt that that symbol needs to be immortalized for people to see, right? And Bucky didn't really like that, you know.
My question is though, how did you feel with the guy? Like either or, we would have been happy with Sam or carrying it for the whole show. But obviously, at the beginning of the show, he gave the shield back, and then at the end of that first episode, they gave it to some guy named Johnny Walker,
John Walker, not to be mistaken with Johnny Walker. You know, it's two different entities. You know, one is a nice smooth drink to have on a nice cool day, on a nice warm day. You know, when you're looking to cool down a little bit, and the other is the new Captain America, as we saw at the end of the first episode.
Oh, so we got confirmation that it is a Smithsonian.
All right, thank you very much, producer.
There you go.
So yes,
How did you feel about the new guy?
I had some fire in my heart when I saw that. I immediately clenched my fists.
Like how?
I was like so. You know, I wasn't feeling too nice, you know. But
My thing is though, he wasn't big enough. Like they picked some guy and it's just like they put a suit on the guy, and it's just like it's loose. You know what I mean? Like he's a medium, and they gave him like an extra large suit. It didn't work. Even the helmet, it doesn't fit properly.
well, let's face it, the guy that they picked, he's a good man. He's an admirable man.
The guy that's playing the role has a good father.
If they were gonna pick someone, picking him wasn't the worst decision.
No.
The bad decision was picking someone in the first place. That wasn't picked by Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers was Captain America. It wasn't the military's and the government's responsibility or place to pick a replacement.
That makes sense.
Right? That's the issue right there. It should have Steve Rogers picked a replacement, and that's why Bucky is upset with Sam. It wasn't his shield to give. The shield was given to him, but it wasn't his shield to give. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. What did you think about? I gotta read my notes here a little bit too. Um, they have like a villain. You know, as I said, if you haven't watched the third episode, I mean, even the second episode, really, they're going to see Zemo.
Yep.
So we know he's gonna do some, have a big part to play in the, in this series right now. But currently, right now, it's some random girl named Carly something. Carly. I'm just gonna call her Carly. She's a redhead.
Yeah.
She's
got curly. Carly has curly hair.
Yeah. She has freckles.
Yeah.
But she's a super soldier.
Yeah. She was. She received the super soldier serum. And she's got superpowers. There's 8 total who work with the flag smashers.
I don't know. They have like a mask. They're trying to copy us with a mask. And then, they have like a big hand in front of their face. I don't know what they're called.
I would say if I saw one of those people wearing your mask or my mask,
I would be afraid because there's no emotion on these.
Yeah, I'd run away from you or me if I saw you in the streets.
Our producer just said it was flag smashers.
Flag smashers. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the fact check again. So as I said, this one was 6 episodes. Like the whole season is going to be 6 episodes, and WandaVision was 8 or 9.
9 episodes.
I think it was 9 episodes.
Yes.
How do you feel with that 3 episode difference?
Let's face it. Every week when we were watching WandaVision, we were seeing, whenever the episode finished, we were always wanting more. We're always saying, this show's not long enough, man. There's only 10 to 30 minutes. Not ready to go bed yet.
Yeah, but I mean, each of the Wanda shows are 42 minutes? Not even. No, less. Like 30 something minutes, I think.
Every WandaVision episode was between 30 and 40 minutes. Most of them were around the 30-minute mark. It just wasn't long enough,
But now these ones are longer, but they're shorter, but there's not enough episodes.
Well, that's, with these things, you can't win, You could make these episodes 2 hours long, and it wouldn't be long enough. You got Zack Snyder making a 4-hour Justice League movie, and I'm like, why?
Well, I mean, that's another story. Don't worry about Zack Snyder today.
Give me a 5-hour Avengers Endgame, and I will be happy.
If you put all the deleted scenes together, that's probably 5 hours anyways.
That's true. I might have to watch it.
Have you checked the deleted scenes on Disney+?
I might have to watch all of them together.
Let's see. Let me receive my notes here a little bit. Let's see. How did you feel with WandaVision when they used Quicksilver? How they brought it back? I liked the beginning when they introduced it. Then they, towards the end.
We were very excited at the beginning to see Quicksilver come back. Especially coming back as the Quicksilver from the X-Men universe. Because we all believed at that point that they were bringing other universes together. And we're going to start seeing multiverses. Which we thought was a great thing to see. And then fast forward to the last episode, the man's not even Quicksilver.
His name is Ralph Bonner.
Yeah. Or
I don't know who even that guy is.
Yeah.
Ralph Bonner? I don't know.
Bonner, whatever his name is. What the problem is, his name wasn't Pietro Maximoff.
No.
Right?
They did try to make him look like the Ultron one. But,
yeah.
With the hairstyle and everything like that.
And Agatha Harkness gave him the powers of Quicksilver. Which was...
It was on a chain.
They really fooled us, They really fooled us for 4 or 5 episodes there, They really had us going. But I feel like it was a missed opportunity. But at the same time, you have to believe that
they have something going.
You gotta believe in Kevin Feige that he knows what he's doing.
Well, let's talk about the whole series on the whole for WandaVision. Because, we can't talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier because it's not done yet. Not done yet. How did you feel, wrapping it up, carrying on? We know she's going to be in, what's it called? Doctor Strange in a multiverse of madness.
Yes.
I think it's going to be, I think it's great. Like, how did you like the outfit and stuff, all that stuff that they were creating with
the outfit for Wanda taking up the helm and fully realizing that she is the Scarlet Witch. You know, it was a great thing to see. You know, one of the big arguments that people have been having is that the female characters in these movies are always sexualized. You know, they're always wearing tight knit clothes and showing lots of skin and the cleavages and things like that, you know, and you know the men.
There's nothing wrong with that,
the
but I
men,
mean, it's still, you know,
like,
but still, you want to show what they can do.
you want to be more than a costume, you know, and I feel like this costume was very well done. You see the costume and you know she looks great in the costume, but it's more than the costume. It's about who she is, and
You
not
can
about
tell
how
the
she
difference.
and not about how she looks.
Difference between Wanda and Scarlet Witch, so they kind of showed the difference.
Exactly, and you know Elizabeth Olsen will look great in whatever she wears.
Whether it be a sari, or you know,
A nice lehenga, you know.
yeah, or a jogging suit, you know.
You know, but the costume designers did a great job there, and fully realized who she is and how powerful she is, and it was just, I feel like it was a 10 out of 10. They knocked a 6 there, man.
So you think it was a good job, you know?
Yep.
I mean, so I don't think there's gonna be a season 2.
It doesn't make sense to have a season 2. Let's, you know, WandaVision was a one-time thing.
It was to help set up Phase 4 and all of this.
You know, she had her issues, and you know, we found out that the reason why every episode was in a different TV show is because that's
what she grew up with.
She grew up with those different TV shows every week, and every so often, her and her family were putting in the videotapes and the video cassettes, and they're watching these different shows. And she grew up with these things. VHS. I don't know the younger crowd if you know what a VHS is. It's a big black cartridge like this. You put in the VHS, the VCR, and you play it.
You gotta rewind it sometimes though if somebody watched it before.
I remember on Blockbuster Video when you used to return the videos on rewind, you get charged?
$1, $2.
Yeah. And then we had those. You had the video rewind things. You put the video cassette in, and it goes boom, and then you return it, right?
Yeah.
But
let's see. You know, WandaVision was pretty good. I like the whole White Vision thing. It looked pretty cool. It was different.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He was just. I don't think it was a white vision. I think it was just it was a vision that was void of color. You know. That's what I feel.
Okay, everybody has their own opinion on all this. I just saw a White Vision. The other one was maroon. Well, you're going a little more deep on there.
Yeah.
You know, just because he had no soul or no conscience. He was
just
controlled by sword.
Exactly. He was just an android at that point, you know. And when you know, when we saw Vision transfer the data into his mind and he disappeared.
You know, that's the way to bring him back.
That's the way to continue on Vision. You know, he wasn't real in the Hex, but he transferred his soul into something that was real.
Well, they did really what they were going to do in Wakanda, but they didn't have enough time.
Exactly.
That's what Sword did.
It was very well done, and you know, we look forward to seeing Vision in the future.
All right. I mean, I think that's good enough for WandaVision. I mean, as I said, we liked it. I think I'd give it about if I had to give, you know, out of 10, I would say an 8, maybe close to a 9. It's just the small stuff that we didn't really care for. Like
9 scorpions out of 10. 9 stings out of 10.
9 stings out of 10. Yeah, we can do that.
The sting scale.
There you go. As I said, first episode. We're just creating things as we go along, guys. You know. You know, we're starting up small, and hopefully get up big there. You know. But as I said, I would say give it 8 or 9 out of 10. I mean, the stuff that it was lacking really was, you know, they had Darcy in there for a little bit, but they didn't really use her as much.
Darcy was very underutilized in this show. She was used well in a few episodes, but in the last episode she didn't show up until the end. Don't get me wrong, she showed up and she got the sword director.
She got a car right into
his she got him arrested, you know. She did a good job of doing that, but I just wish we would have seen more of Darcy, you know. We like Darcy, she's a great character.
let's finish off with the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
This guy,
I'm sorry, I'm going slow.
You're gonna make us toss that editing rule out of the window in the first episode.
The PG-13 thing.
Yeah.
But let's finish off. All right, we knew at the end of Endgame, Captain America is old as hell.
Yep, he's an old man.
Right? He's very skinny.
He went back. He went to the past to live his life with Agent Peggy Carter.
My thing is, we're 3 episodes in. Where the hell is Captain America? Not even Captain America. Where is Steve?
That's a
right?
big.
Why,
that's
they
a
didn't
big
even
question.
bring him up. They're like, oh yeah, he gave you the shield and that's it. Did he die? Did he go off the grid and that's why they don't want to talk to him?
Well, I think that in itself is what Steve Rogers wanted when he went to the past to live his life with Peggy Carter. That's what he really wanted. So, if you ask me, Steve Rogers is succeeding in his goal to live his life without being seen.
Yeah, but if those guys need advice or something, don't they think they want to go to him?
Well,
they should at least know where he is.
Well, we have 3 episodes left.
I don't think he should.
Lots of things can happen. The MCU is not going anywhere for the time being. We know it's going to be here for a very long time. They're making lots of money. They're telling great stories. And who knows if he can come back in the future. You don't know. We now know that the super soldier serum has been replicated. Spoiler alert.
But now the thing is, though, if you watch the last episode, they killed the guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Zemo killed the guy.
They killed the guy. But we know, we're good Marvel people. We watched the shows, even the Spider-Man shows, back in the day. The 90s.
Yep.
We know that one guy memorized the whole formula, and that guy is Black Cat's father.
Yep.
And Spider-Man. So, do you think they're going to bring them up in that in this thing? What do you think is going on there?
The possibilities are endless,
that's one character that they haven't, in the Marvel itself, they haven't even introduced, Black Cat.
Well, there's still time. There's many characters in Marvel that haven't been introduced that we're waiting to see, We haven't seen the Mandarin yet, but we're hoping to see him later on in the MCU, right? We saw a fake Mandarin, but, it wasn't what we wanted. There's so many characters, thousands of characters in the Marvel universe that haven't been introduced. They can take their time with that. Keep the universe wanting more. Keep the people wanting more, They're doing a great job with that. Yesterday, when we watched the episode, we did see Baron Zemo shoot the scientist and presumably kill him. The explosion didn't kill him. The shot might have killed him. We don't know.
And he said the serums that they had, that Carly girl took all the serum, 18 or 20 or something like that.
Yeah, she took all the serum.
But do you think they had... I'm sure he copied it and sent it to somebody.
Well, he says that he perfected it.
No, I get that.
Do we know if he actually perfected it? We don't know. We haven't seen any long-term effects of this serum.
Not yet.
With these new soldiers. Also, we saw him die, and we saw the vials of serum were there. We don't know if Zemo took off with 1 tube of serum. We don't know
a little bit stronger.
Falcon, Winter Soldier, Sharon Carter, anybody. They're gonna figure it out. If the MCU wants that serum to survive, it will survive.
Alright. This is it. Overall, let's say you rate 3 episodes that we've seen so far compared to the WandaVision. It's good. They're completely different, so you can't say one's bad, one's the other one. One was just more of as I said, they built up to the finish, and the other one is just action, yeah. Right?
Yesterday's episode was really well done in terms of introducing that place called Madripoor. It's a very fabled location in the Marvel universe. So now that they've introduced
especially with the mutants, right?
Yeah, so now that they've introduced it, the possibilities are endless.
Like I said, let's go with the first 3 if you're giving it out of 10 stings.
I would personally give it 9 stings out of 10.
Why?
I'm a big Captain America fan.
Yeah, but he's not in the show.
Captain America is
he's not
in the show. He's in the show. He might not be the Captain America that you want, but he is in the show. This is a Captain America story. And this team...
You can't use that.
This team, they are Captain
you
America.
You can't use that. It's
I
not
can
the
use that if I want.
No,
Okay?
nine, no way.
You know, if you want... Hey, you're asking me a question. You're not asking you a question. You're asking me a question. I'm giving it 9 out of 10. If you want to give it 8, 7, 6, whatever you want, that's your prerogative.
I'm going to give it a 7 right now because I think, I said, mainly because of the action. I said, I got to see how the story goes a little bit more. I said, like, they just introduced this person that just randomly stole the formula, and that's it. We have no background on her.
Well, you know what? I could say a few words to you right now, but I'm going to keep it short.
Oh, you got to keep it short. This is technically my show right now. I mean, it's our show, but I'm doing the talking right now. I hope there's more episodes.
Well, I'll have to see about that after this. How you've gone on about 7 stings out of 10.
You know?
You must be mad giving it the show 7 out of 10.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, this is just the first episode. It's not just going to be on Marvel. This is just the first thing we talked about. We decided to talk about.
We're going to talk about whatever you, the audience, wants us to talk about. Send it. We're gonna make it happen.
If you don't send it, then we're gonna talk about whatever hell
Don't send us any requests to talk about blue movies or anything like that, because that's not gonna happen.
Yes. Don't worry about the youngsters that don't get that. It's okay. But overall, we will see you next time for another StingCast podcast. But we'll see you later.
Signing off. The GOAT.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, guys.